Hello, my friends. I'm Sherry Johnston. Welcome to my happy place. Today, I'm going to do, well, I was going to say I'm going to do a quick video, but might not be quick. I want to do a little person, a little lady. So I had a list at some point. I went down this whole huge rabbit hole of DMC floss colors for skin tones. And I actually took a list to the store, to Hobby Lobby with me. This was a long time ago now. And they didn't have half the colors. So apparently what happened was the list that I was using was old. And by the way, this is a ooh, this is an overcast stitch. All right. That's weird. So anyways, when I went to the store, when I went to Hobby Lobby, sorry, there's a driveway right outside my window. So yeah, sometimes people park right there. Maybe I should have started after they left. Anyway, they're gone now. So anyways, I went to Hobby Lobby with my list and they didn't have probably half of the colors on my list. And I think that maybe some of those colors have been discontinued or something. I don't know. So this time today, and I have no idea what color this is. It's just an ort. It's a little piece that I had hanging around. This 3864, this is what I'm going to use today. This is what I have in my needle. I also picked out some other colors here. These are just colors that I have in my stash. 437, 739, 950, and 948. Those are just colors that I have in my stash. And I think I'm going to show you a picture. See this number 17? This one is number 18. Those are columns in the Excel spreadsheet that I have. I'll put a link in the description to the Excel spreadsheet. And I'm going to do a little photo right now. Okay, so not a photo, but a little video. That's my stash of DMC floss. Each one of those rings has threads from a column on the spreadsheet. I'll put a link in the description to the Etsy shop where I bought it's like, I don't know, $1.50 or something. It was very inexpensive. And I'm so glad that I have it to keep track of my threads so that I am no longer buying threads that I already have. It's just about the coolest thing ever. Anyway, so I'm doing just little straight stitches here. And we're making a little person. I think I'll put shoes on her later, or maybe not. Now I'm gonna do one stitch up the center here, just so that I don't have threads that are like hanging out. And then I'm gonna do arms here. This one here is just gonna be, I don't know, hanging at her side. I usually draw something on here, and I just didn't. Probably a stupid thing to not. This one's gonna be holding something. What? I don't know yet. We'll decide when we get there. She might just be waving hello. I don't know. Whatever. There is a book called Calico and Stitch. And I sort of hate to mention it because I don't have her permission to talk about the book, and you can't buy it anymore. So I'm not going to put a link because you can't get it anymore. The head of the person is I'm gonna do a padded satin stitch, which means I'm doing stitches vertically first, and then, oh, I don't have my light on. Then I'm going to do some horizontal stitches like this. And we can probably scoop stitch these, makes it go a little faster. There's somebody in my neighborhood has a black cat. And whenever I see him outside, I freak out just a little bit because I have a black cat and she's not allowed outside. Okay, I don't know if you hear the music, but I might have to cut out that sound so you don't hear it. All right, there's a nice little poofy face. Might be, no, I'm not going to add any more because we're going to add hair. Okay, now I'm going to end this thread off. And let's give her some hair, which I love to do. This is my favorite part of this whole thing. I have this thread is 676, and I have a milliner's needle. My other needle, I think, is an embroidery needle. I don't know. Doesn't matter, but this one does. Because we're going to do knots. I love these little ladies with the bullion knot curls. So I'm just going to do little, like 4 or 5 wrap, 2, 3, 4, 5 wrap bullion knots. Now, when you do a bullion knot, you want to go about here and pull down and then back to the back. Now let's do another one here. One, two, three, four, 5. And then I have to put my thumb over. Now sometimes I can just hold it with my thumb while I pull down. Okay. Sometimes I think these come out looking a little bit silly, but gosh, too cute, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have, by the way, 3 strands of embroidery floss. I did buy, at some point, I bought some I really love this Aurifil thread that I have. It's like a size 12. And I bought some, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I bought some flesh colored, thinking that it would be good to use for these. But I gotta tell you, I don't like the pearl cotton for these, for the skin. It doesn't lay right. It doesn't lay the same. 2, 3, 4, 5. So even though I have all that flesh colored, thread, I use this. I use my DMC floss. I'm beginning to realize how much I like DMC floss. I really like it when I get a book. This is going to be a tiny one. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe not so tiny. When I get a book that has, where the author has used DMC threads and gives the colors. So when I write a book, might make a book, I don't know that would be really written. Okay, I don't have to go all the way to the back. I'm just going to go through that stitching there. 1, 2, 3, 4. When I write a book, it's going to have DMC thread colors. I've been having a lot of fun not experimenting, but doing research on DMC flosses. I need my light on. I mean, maybe it's not so bad. I look through the camera though and I go, no, that doesn't help. Let's see. Oh, that's better. Okay, she's kind of cute. Okay. I'm probably not going to edit a lot of this out because it's going to be a pretty short video anyways. Well, not really short, just not terribly long. Now, one of my favorite things to do is to give her some flowers. I have green here. I don't know what color it is. It's just one strand that's folded over. And I'm just going to do... Oop. Need a better knot than that. Huh. There we go. And I don't have any stabilizer on this. I don't always use stabilizer. I've been having a lot of discussions on Facebook. Well, not in the group, but with a friend on Facebook about stabilizers and Solvay and stuff. Jennifer Clouston did a video today, and I was so thankful for it. I'm going to put a link to her video because I don't always use stabilizer. I can't say I don't use stabilizers. I don't buy stabilizers. I don't use I don't know what I'm trying to say. I use normally fabric. I use kitchen towels. I have discovered these kitchen towels you get them at Target or Walmart or whatever. And I sew that to the back of my, whatever it is I'm doing. And then that's it. That's all I do. Now, I like... Oh, this is a tapestry needle, which means that it has a blunt tip, which is why I'm having trouble going through it. I like Colonial knot flowers. So a Colonial knot, you go backwards, make a backward C, go through this way, and then around this way. I don't think this is a tapestry needle. I think it's just blunt. Maybe I should throw it away. Then I'm going to go back in like one thread away from where I came out. And then I'm going to hold it from the back and pull. Not too tight because I don't want it to disappear. And this color, can't tell you what it is because it's an ort. And orts are little pieces of, I think that technically they're little pieces, little bites of food, but we use it in the stitching community to mean little bites of backward C around this way, little bits of thread and fabric. All right. I forget that on Saturdays this happens. Backward C and around that way. And then in there and tighten it. There we go. So cute. Okay. You know what I want to do next? On Saturdays, there's not a parking spot in front of my front window, but a car fits there. So my neighbors often go shopping and then they uh, they park right in front of my window while they unload the car. She's gonna have shoes. Okay, let's see. Little pink shoes. Oh gosh, okay, that doesn't, that, it's, okay, I admit it looks kind of weird. I don't care. I think they're cute. I like it when I do them facing the side, and then we can do high heels. We'll do that next time. All right, I think she's done. By the way, I have lots of little, oh, lots of little dresses cut out. We're going to do a couple more of these over the next week or so. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.